All right, everybody, what's going on, man? How y'all doing? Welcome to today's edition of SWAC Smoke, episode number 119, man. And it's a day today, man. You know, we got a lot going on. We still got football to talk as far as the games go, but we got some stuff that we want to talk about, man. You know, y'all done seen the news and heard the news, so I'm gonna go ahead and holler at this guy on the screen, man. How you doing today, Coach?
Man, don't talk about what's up with me. What's up with you? I'm putting it up on you. I
Hey,
know
don't
you
put
was behind it. I know you was
hey,
behind it.
hey, don't pull up on me, man. I'm an
What I'm gonna
innocent
do about my
bystander.
Gucci? What I'm gonna do about my Gucci? What about
we go,
my
hey,
hairstyles?
we
What
gonna
about
we
my
gonna get you right.
hairline? Come on
Hey,
now.
we gonna get you right. We gonna get you right. And speaking of ascots, man, let me go ahead and bless y'all with this. What's happening with y'all, man? What's going
See
on
where I
with?
want my ascot back. I want my ascot back now. See where give it to
No,
me.
no, now I'm holding this down, man. I'm holding this down. So what's going on out there to everybody, man? Y'all know how we do this swag smoke. We doing our thing, man. We're gonna talk about everything that's going on, man. We're gonna talk about the news out of Baton Rouge. The I guess it's news out of Houston. I don't know. Some people say McKinney gone. Some people say he ain't. We'll talk about all of that. But first and foremost, man, it's week 12, and we got some big games on the schedule. So SWAC West still ain't decided, but it could be decided on Saturday, or it could be decided at Bayou Classic. We don't know what's going on, Big Thrillo. What's happening with you? But before we talk about all the stuff that happened this week, let's talk about the games that happened last week. Um, and I guess we'll start off with Bethune Cookman. Got them another victory, man. They beat the brakes off of Alabama A&M this week,
Man,
31-14.
we put up 400 yards rushing too.
Yes, indeed, man. They found some offense somewhere. I don't know where they found it at, but they found some offense, and they look good. They look good. I guess they trying to get themselves ready for the Florida Classic. So if that's the case, then they find themselves in a good spot. But like you say, 400 yards rushing. Three guys went over 100 yards apiece. Um, that's a team that averaged under 100 yards rushing per game before this game. So that leaves me with a question: where do you go now if you're A&M, man? What was that the last dance for Mano? You know what I'm saying? Can that job be
Yeah,
saved at the outing like that? I don't know.
man. Yeah, that defense played pretty terrible, man. I mean, you can't deny that, man. I mean, you give up that much rushing to a Bethune Cookman team, man. It's really unacceptable, bro. Because you
Oh
really
yeah,
supposed to have more talent than that.
yeah. That's just what's going on, Los J, man. What's happening with you out there in H Town? What's going on? You just can't. When you in the midst of a losing streak, you can't play your worst game against one of the teams that's at the bottom of the standings, and now you tied for tied with this team, and you actually behind them because of tiebreaker. So that's not a good look, man. I don't know. I feel like the wheels fell off this team after Magic City Classic, and they just could never get back right. So that
Mm-hmm.
leaves some questions. I mean, you got to have questions off of a game like that, man, because that's just not supposed to happen.
Yup. Yeah, there's a lot of questions. I mean, Casey played pretty bad. I mean, yeah, but I mean, hats off to Bethune, man. That's a good team, man. I think they're gonna get a little better too.
Oh yeah, I think they build like they building for next year, and I think they got a solid group of guys that's gonna come together and make some things happen. Crazy thing about this game, man, A&M had a 14-0 lead. They gave up 31 unanswered points to this team, so
Mm-hmm.
that's just
Sure
a
did.
that's just a really bad effort. And speaking of teams that ain't been playing good, Pine Bluff, man, I thought they were gonna do a little something Friday night. They jumped out to a 7-0 lead, and Grambling just took it
Grambling
all
just
back,
took
man.
it all back, yeah, and then didn't let them come back neither. I think some turnovers kind of hurt them in that ball game too, didn't it?
Yeah, like I said, it's just been the same thing week in and week out,
Mm-hmm.
man. The offense really can't get going. The defense, they can't really stop you. Um, they just having a rough go of it, man. They they threw two interceptions in that game, so that definitely hurt, And
Right.
the passing attack is rough. And yeah, I do too, man. We all knew this was gonna be tough on Coach Hampton coming into this
Mm-hmm.
season, but I don't know if we thought it would be like this because I thought at the beginning of the season, I thought they showed some promise, but
Mm-hmm.
they took a lot of injuries in the middle of the season, especially to their running back room. And quarterback play hadn't been good. The offensive line has not been good either. And I think they just wore down the defense, and because they've been getting blowed out week in and week out. Of course, man. I wasn't gonna leave it hanging, man. I had to make this happen, man. I had to get my wife to fix it for me. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing, but you know, I had to make good I had to make good on it. And this is the last time y'all gonna see me on here in a suit. So y'all enjoy this, man. Y'all drink this in because this is the last time I'm gonna be on this show in a suit, man. So hopefully I don't have to do this no more.
But you look good
But
though. I mean, hey, you look like Robert
hey,
Leach, man.
hey,
The lifestyle of
hey,
the rich and the famous.
I don't know about the rich, but I'm trying to be famous. I need to get the rich part first. But hey,
Oh,
I'm trying to make some things happen, live a good life, man. Sit there with my champagne and everything, and look good, man. Sipping on little something, something. But let I guess we'll go ahead and get this game out of the way, man. Southern 21, Prairie View 27.
I'm
This
gonna let you
game,
talk about
man.
that.
This game was the season in a nutshell. Well, first off, yeah, I got to make it. I got to do the whole thing, but I'm right now. I'm just I'm making it happen. But this game here is first off. He decided to play two quarterbacks this week, which was odd. Instead of him just starting a guy, he played another. He played Noah Biden a little bit. I gave him two series in the first half, and the offense when he was on the field, their first couple of drives, they looked really good. They drove down the field, boom, 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 touchdown. They got a field goal on another drive. I mean, not a field goal. They missed a field goal on another drive, but they had another solid drive. And then he put blood back in, and the offense went back to what it was. Just kind of not moving. And we went 6 drives in the second half, no first downs, never crossed the 50 in the second half. What's good, Blue? What's going on with you, man? Welcome to the show. Prairie View, the game was there for Southern to take. I mean, they led 21-17 at the half, and Prairie View never, they had some opportunities because Southern couldn't move the ball, but the defense held them to 10 points. Offensively, just same old thing, man, and it was just it was deflating, man. Like that was probably the most deflating game I've been at in a long time. I we talk about that Valley game that got stumped out of there. I wasn't at that game, but I watched it. This game felt worse than that game, man. That's how bad that game felt to me. That game felt really bad, and it let me know that the writing was the writing was on the wall, man. You have to find a way to make some things happen, and you know it just never really came to. So Prairie View did what they needed to do. They played a solid game, especially defensively. I thought their defense stood up and played well. Offense, they moved the ball pretty good. Connolly was able to run the ball extremely well. Got loose a bunch of times, um, and the passing game was efficient. So Panthers played well. They missed a couple field goals that probably could have helped them boost the lead up, but I thought they played pretty well, and they put themselves in a position to play for the West this week. So I don't have a lot that I want to say about this game because it just hurt, man. It hurt worse than Alcorn. Like Alcorn was a beatdown, and it hurt worse than that. Man, I don't even know what to call this, Lob. It's just it's just a session, man. that that's a good comment, and that's something that I'm really concerned about. You can't keep changing coaches every couple of years. That can't happen. So we'll see what exactly. So I mean, we'll see what what comes out of the coaching search. But you can't keep juggling coaches like that, because nobody's gonna keep signing up for that. So whoever comes in, they're gonna have to have some patience with them, and they're gonna have to put themselves in some position to make some things happen. I think, hey, I don't know. That's what people said. After this week, I don't know if I wanna be if I wanna look like that. But we're gonna move on from that, and we're gonna talk about that more in a minute. We're gonna finish off these week's games. Bama State and Valley, man, 20-3. That was a odd game. Bama State jumped out to a 20-3 lead at the half, and after halftime, neither team did nothing with the football. So I don't even know. Bama State continue to play good defense. Offense continue to continue to kind of be up and down. Keyshawn Johnson continues to be the guy to catch all the passes for them, and they just continuing to find ways to win. They the opposite of Southern. Their offense is not good and their defense is good, but they winning. So they've been finding ways to make some things happen.
I don't know, man. I just don't understand sometimes with Bama State, but I don't know. I got to say, this is probably one of the luckiest seasons they've had. But man, shout out to them because they keep winning. I don't know how they're doing it, but hey, that real estate agent, I think I'm gonna call him coach now. He ain't no real estate agent.
Yeah, he getting the last laugh on that one. Let me run through a couple of these comments. I don't know where, honestly, man, I don't know where Coach Dooley go from here. I think Houston would be a great fit for him in Texas Southern. I think his offense will work good at TSU, and I think the people are really love him now. So I think he can make it happen there. But honestly, I don't know where he gonna go from here. I don't know if he's gonna take a step back into coordinating again, or he want another head coaching job. That's something that we'll see. There was a lot of talk about him not getting along with certain people, certain things that he said and did after games that really rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. You can't have a press conference and never admit fault to nothing. You can't say, if you ask me, I do it again, even if it's a bad thing. It was just a rough situation that got worse. And I think it could have been fixed, but I think the two sides were at an impasse. Because I don't know if anybody watched the press conference that AD Banks had yesterday. He said that it was frustrating talking to Dooley at times. That's tough for your AD to say about your former coach. That lets you know a lot about their relationship. So I think it was just a case of, two people not seeing things eye to eye. They sat down and had a talk. The answer that he gave was not the answer that they wanted to hear. And that was that. But yeah, man, you telling me? I mean, when you look at the teams that hired coaches a year ago, who would have thought that this coach would have been gone before anybody else? But when that goes a lot to behind the scenes. When it's behind the scenes, things are tough. And I heard a few people say some of the things that happened here happened at Prairie View. So that's a pattern. That's a pattern. And when it's a pattern, what can you do? You gotta either fix it or you gotta go with it. And 2 years to 2 years for a coach, or a year and a few months, whatever, it is a short amount of time. But I feel like you have to have some assurance that if this guy comes back next year, that things are gonna be better. And I don't know if that would have been the case. I mean, when you got an offensive team, when you got a coach who's an offensive coach and his offense don't do right, what's what's the point?
I just want to know who went in their pockets and buying this contract out because it's quite hefty. I think
Oh
it's
yeah,
almost like it's like over
six six
600K.
620.
Man,
And
I want to know who pockets run that deep.
I mean, they got a few people with some. They got some few people with their names on some buildings on campus that got the bread. So I don't know how much everybody gonna put up, but I already heard that, and I don't know what this, if it's true or not. So that's why I said heard. I already heard that a lot of stuff was happening before all of this took place, because a lot of people have been upset by this for weeks. This ain't don't listen to HBCU game day. This wasn't a spur of the moment decision. They made it sound like Southern lost on Saturday and they got rid of him on Monday. This been a building up thing that I mean, if y'all watch this show or any other show, y'all know week by week a lot of people were saying when Dooley gonna be gone this week if he don't do this. It been building since week one, so it's tough. But I that's one of the things about him in press conferences. He says the opposite of what's going on. I remember last season, he said when McCray was going through his stretch of bad games, he said the quarterback was doing everything that he needed to do, which I'm looking like your quarterback passing for 60 yards in a game and he not making any plays. How is that him doing what he's supposed to do?
Don't make sense to
He's
me, see, Will.
yeah. So it's just one of those things that people just when you're not living up to the expectation that you set, then it goes to you having to find another way. And sometimes coaches can get themselves out of there because everybody don't start great their first couple of years. A lot of coaches have rough years, but if you show that you're willing to do things to make it better, then I think that you can buy that time. But the fan base was really alienated this season. Honestly, the apathy I saw it for Southern football throughout the season is worse than I've seen in years. So it just was rough, man. I went to the game Saturday and it just felt like I was just there. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't feel like I was at a football game because I just was there because I had tickets. It
How was
was
the
just
crowd? How was the crowd Saturday?
it wasn't a. I mean, I would say probably 10 or 11,000.
Ooh, what? Really?
I mean, now I mean, I'm gonna say this first off. Y'all know how we can be sometimes when the weather don't look perfect. You know, we gonna think twice, and especially when you don't feel confident in the team, you gonna think twice. So I think a lot of people. I think the crowd got better as the game went on, but it didn't really have a good atmosphere and buzz to it because I think everybody was just waiting for the shoe to drop. And it was just one of those things. And it's been like that for a few games, but it's one of those things you just got to make happen. And a lot of coaches start off rough, and that's fine, but you have to be willing to shake up some things and make some things happen. So that didn't seem to be the case, and now we're at the point where we at. So
Well, what about what in your opinion, C. Will, do you think should have been cut with Dooley because at that after the firing of Dooley, that press conference, man, man, when he spoke, man, I kind of want to roundhouse him, man, because I don't think he had a guy. That man, he don't got a clue, man. And I ain't got a dog in the fight, but just seeing how he, handles his business, man. They might as well should have let him go too.
and I mean, that's been a area of contention for a lot of people. A lot of people are not happy with the direction of the athletic department as a whole. I mean, he was on he was on a local radio show about a month or so ago, and he talked around a lot of questions, and I don't, this hire is very vital to his longevity there. I really think people really want him out, but I feel like with Southern, can you trust Southern to make two good hires? Because you're gonna have to make a damn good AD hire before you can make a coach hire if you're gonna fire your AD. So you're kind of putting yourself behind the eight ball with that. So I don't know. I mean, I could take it or leave it. It's been some things that's been going okay at Southern, but some things haven't been going well. So I'm not on the train like that. Comment. I was actually talking about this comment a few days ago. I've been to Southern football games since I was knee high to a grasshopper, and I rarely heard Southern crowd boo anybody unless it's the other team. And I was there in the Otis Washington days when we was going 5-6 and 6-5, and even the Stump Mitchell days. When we lost to Arkansas Monticello. My memory might be foggy, but I never heard what I heard at the Texas Southern game at Southern. And that's just that's rough. And a lot of it is
So
if you could have
Bama A&M up on Valley 13-0.
Oh, I forgot the game started already.
Yeah, they them. I guess this made a get right game because the man I was looking for, Adrian Crook.
hey, Crook,
and he turns up.
hey, Crook, I'm getting my style on, man. I'm getting my style on one last time, man. This my last hoorah with this suit, so I'm gonna get the most out of it, man. And yeah, just
what you think about Dooley being gone, man? In your opinion, what's your thoughts? And you think Roman Bates need to be gone too?
Hey, I want to touch on this comment, then I want to get back to the games, and then we can drift back to this in a minute. But back in the 80s, man, Southern schedule was brutal, man. We used to open up with like Bama State. We played like Texas Southern, Prairie View back to back. We played like Valley and then Nichols or whatever. And then after that, we would play Jackson, Alcorn, FAMU, Tennessee State, Nicholls State, and Grambling. And so we would typically start off like 5-0 and play JSU, and it'd be 5-6 by the end of the season. So it's just one of them things. What's going on, man? Thank you for. Hey, I'm trying, man. I'm trying to do my best, but I can't rock it like that, But I'm doing the best I can. But we're gonna jump back on these games from last week. It's one last game I want to talk about before we move on. And I had a feeling that this game could be won by TSU, but I did not think that it would go the way that it went, man. Texas Southern, they jumped on Alcorn like no other, man. It
went straight, smacked them boys, and they
man. I thought Chatterbox never was gonna have a heart attack, man. I was like, bro, I was getting excited myself, man. I'm like, who knew? Who knew that? And that makes everything even more interesting. But I gotta say, I said it last week. Ladarius Owens is a beast. If that kid don't win Player of the Year on offense, the SWAC got some questions to answer. I don't care. I don't care. Ain't no quarterback putting up great numbers. So if that kid don't win it, it's something wrong. And man, you've been saying, Los J, that team can score points, and the difference is they didn't turn the ball over, and their defense been playing better week in and week out. So. And he set the rushing record in that game. So it's the kid's special, man. He's special, and he been making plays against everybody. Look at it. The last 3 or 4 defenses he played, FAMU, Southern,
Smashed them.
Jackson, Alcorn. Them
Uh-huh.
4 of the top rushing defenses in the league, and he
He
murdered them.
he got to be offensive player of the year. If he don't get offensive player of the year, some I don't see somebody need to step back from voting, man, because that dude been on the tap, man. You got to give it to him, man. That dude probably one
Eh,
of the best offensive players on the field. Definitely, if you take him out of that Texas Southern equation, they probably might not be as competitive. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Honestly,
the guy's a game breaker, man, and he returning kicks this year. So, he's special. And Big Thrillo brought up a name I ain't seen in a long time, man. What his name? Thomas Sayer. That dude was a monster running the ball back in the '90s at TSU. I would not be surprised if they did. I mean, because that's the SWAC. The SWAC gonna the SWAC gonna do what they do. They sometimes they feel like they on a whole nother planet than everybody else is, and they looking at things differently than everybody else. So I wouldn't be surprised to look at FAMU not 10-1 if they beat Bethune Cookman, they go in the SWAC championship. And Moose was the quarterback, get to him. So I can see that. But I think it'd be a crime if Owens didn't get it, man, because he putting in the work. He the only back that got near 1,000 yards in the conference, let alone over it. So he's doing his thing, man. Yeah, I can't take nothing away from him. He's doing his thing. And Valley got him a touchdown, so score is 14-7. Delta Devils on the board.
I know
So we're
one
going.
thing, man.
Oh, go ahead.
Only thing, this is a comment. Coach Wade, you gotta get another hat for next season, man. I do not want to see that poker player gas station on the field no more. I need you to get you a Valley fitted cap Nike and leave that other hat at the house. That look like old. You be sitting around playing spades outside in the country. That look like that's what that type of hat look like. You gotta let that one go.
That man say when they start stacking dubs, he gonna get him a new hat. He ain't breaking out the new stuff till they start winning. But yeah, he's splitting carries with Ja'Cory Howard, who is also a nice back. And TSU got a great running game. I think a lot of people don't really recognize the talent that team got on both sides of the ball. They just they just had bad luck this year. So I think a lot of people don't really realize what they got over there. They
And
got
I hate
talent.
and I hate they fired McKinney because me honestly, I would have gave him one more year. You know what I'm saying? He had a lot of injuries and stuff of that nature. And man, he really developed them kids from high school until now. They just had problems finishing games, but if anybody can see, you can see the progress that they were making. So, man, was it wise just to cut it right then and there? And
Yeah,
as you gonna bring this new coach in, are you gonna be able to keep some of them players because they're gonna hit the portal?
yeah, and this season the team, like you said, they had some bad luck, but next season the team is going to be even more experienced. And with the way things are shaking up in the West, any year you could be in it. They in any year they could win it. And I don't think you catching. I don't know what going. I don't know anything behind the scenes or nothing like that. Maybe it's something going. I'm not saying something going on. I'm just saying I don't know. If something is happening, but I think I could have possibly held them on for maybe a year, another year, but they made that decision. At least I think they did because they've been denying it too. But we'll see, man. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's another job if it happens. There's 2 jobs open in the West, and that means everybody in the West gotta. Well, I mean, everybody in the West gonna have a relatively new coach, except for Alcorn. So a lot of turnover. There's a lot of turnover, but let's I'm sure we're gonna bounce back and forth on coaches and stuff, but let's go ahead and talk about these games Saturday because they got some big games on Saturday.
There's some big games, very big games.
But before we start, I want to say something. we all know if Alcorn win and Prairie View lose, Alcorn going to championship. We know if Prairie View win or lose and Alcorn lose, then it makes some things a little bit interesting. But if Prairie View win and Alcorn lose, Panthers go into the championship. If they both lose, then that means Grambling got a shot in the Bayou Classic. And I want to talk about that for a second. I want to talk about that for a second. I see people from Grambling out there begging for Alcorn to lose to Jackson and Bama State to beat Prairie View. Don't be all begging for that back door like y'all said we did last year. I ain't hearing it, man. All I heard last year was Southern back door because the two teams lost and they won to go. I ain't hearing it, man. If I hear anybody from Grambling say that anymore, man, y'all need to quit begging for that back door, bro. Take your L's and sit down, cause I heard it all last season. I've been waiting for somebody to have it happen to them this year. So if it come Bayou Classic time and Grambling got a chance to open that back door, which I don't consider the back door because I didn't consider Southern back door in. I'm gonna let it fly. So I'm don't beg for nobody to win, man. Win your games and don't beg for help.
Did Grambling play FAMU this year or was that last year?
That was last year they played them.
They just want some get back, but I feel like the best matchup, honestly, right now, I would like to see Alcorn and FAMU because I don't think they even played each other yet.
No, they haven't played since FAMU joined the SWAC. So if anything, that's a fresh matchup. Because I mean, Prairie View just played Alcorn a couple of weeks ago, and it ain't go that good. Grambling got an offense to play with FAMU, but I don't know. The last time they went to Bragg, it didn't go well for them, and it's gonna be a tough task. So I think anybody that go, I mean that's what I'm saying. But everybody said last year we backdoored in because teams lost and we won our game to go. So I'm just keeping what other people say because to me, if you got to win a game to get there, then you going in through the front. To me, backdooring is if we lost. And then them teams lost and we went. I don't, I don't feel that way, but I just want people to have the same energy that they had last year, so that's all. Cause I don't consider that a backdoor. That's called taking advantage of the opportunity that's placed in front of you. But it's gonna be interesting. So we're gonna see what happens, man. But let's talk about some of these games while we here. Oh, one more pause for the calls before we start. Y'all know my wife. She a hustler, man. She doing her thing. She selling her jewelry. She got a Black Friday sale going on. Website link is in the description. She also selling scarves and dog leashes, man. Got a lot of nice blue and gold Southern stuff. Her website, I'm gonna put it in the description. But it's crafts by jessicawells.etsy.com. So if you want to copy you a nice little leash for your dog or a Christmas gift or a scarf because it's getting a little cold, we got the blue and gold. She got a couple purple and golds too. So if you got some Braves out there want a scarf, man, y'all make that happen, bro. Hit up that site. But let's go ahead and talk about these games, man. We're gonna start off with the Soul Bowl. How you feeling about that game? I'm gonna sit back and let you handle this whole part.
Oh man, ooh, man, that Soul Bowl it can go any different way. Alcorn got a chance of winning and then going on to the SWAC championship, but Jack State want to play spoiler, so I know Jack State gonna get up to come out there and actually spoil Alcorn chances of winning this game. I'm looking forward to the defense by both teams, and I'm looking forward to the O-line play. And also the key thing is who's running back gonna get off in this game is are we gonna get a stellar performance by 8-0, or are we gonna see one of the Jackson State backs emerge in this? But man, it's gonna be a hostile environment. It's gonna be a good game. I won't be surprised if it be one of those 7-3 type ordeals like it happened one year. The Jackson State scored like in the last quarter with a long touchdown run. It was like 7-3. So
Yeah,
I won't be surprised if it would be a game like that, man. I think, but you know, it's gonna be a great atmosphere. So man, I'm just looking forward to it. But I think, in my opinion, I feel like Jackson State is gonna pull it out some way, some form of fashion. But I mean, Alcorn ain't gonna lay down either, man. they
no,
ain't gonna
but
they ain't gonna give up without a fight.
I'm not. I didn't wait. First, Blue, how you watching the game? Cause I where is it? Cause I ain't been able to see it. So no, I need to know what happened in that situation. But I'm gonna say this about when JSU and Alcorn play, especially the last few, well, the like 2018, 19, 17 years, Alcorn was on that run. It was many a year JSU spoiled that season. I mean, they still went to the SWAC championship, but it was many a year Alcorn took that L against Jackson State when the Braves had something on the line. So you never count that out, and it's gonna be a dog fight, man. It's gonna be intense because Alcorn, they got a lot to make up for. Last week you had it in your hands. I don't know if they came out thinking it was gonna be easy, and TSU smacked them because they beat Southern bad the week before, and maybe they wasn't as focused. But are they let all the championship talk go to their head? But this week you gotta be locked in because it's do or die. You lose, it's over. There is no comeback if you lose. So I pick JSU to win this game because I think they coming off a bye week number one. I think that's gonna help a lot, and I think playing at home is gonna help. So I like JSU in this game, but I think it's gonna be a dog fight like you say.
Yeah, but the only thing about J State seems like this season they don't play well at home, man. But I just hope they can do just enough to pull out that victory. I think it's gonna be close. Like it's gonna be one of those. I don't see either team scoring over like 20, 24 points. I can
Yeah, I
see a
think
game like that. I can see like one of them kind of grinding out games like that, and somebody might can win at the end on a field goal. I wouldn't be surprised at all.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I think it's gonna be I just think it's gonna be a knockdown, drag out game. I think it's gonna be 7 point margin or something like that. But it's gonna be tight. It's gonna be a fourth quarter game. That's the way I feel, man. These two teams when they lace it up and they get after each other, it's tough. And Irv Mulligan is back this week. Oh, it's gonna be on.
Mulligan.
It's gonna be on. Oh
Yeah.
man, two physical backs going. Oh Lord, y'all defense is buckle up in chin straps this weekend, bro. It's going down. I was wondering when he's coming back, man. He making that he making that special appearance. It's going
Yeah.
down, man. It's going down. I,
Irv
I
gonna be
like
out there in
Irv,
the boot
man.
running with a boot on.
Hey, it's gonna be like I said, it's gonna be a dog fight. It's gonna be a dog fight. That's gonna be one that everybody's gonna want to catch. The other game that's very important this weekend is probably gonna be on the opposite end because I don't know how exciting this game gonna be. But Bama State and Prairie View, they also play both of the games at 2 o'clock. So you're gonna have to kind of scoreboard watch at the same time while they going on.
Mm-hmm.
But I oh excuse me.
Bless you.
I thank you. I can't go against Bama State right now, man.
But
I
no, me
just
neither.
I just feel like the defense.
Mm-hmm.
They defense do the thing every week, and they've been getting a lot of special team scores here and there, block field goal, punt return. The offense get a short field. They chip in a touchdown or two. I think Bama State defense is gonna be the difference in this game. Um, I don't know if Prairie View gonna be able to continue to move the ball because they running it, but they're not running it as well as they did last season. So I think they're gonna have to try to stretch them through the air. But that's true. You know what I mean? Like I said, I that's why I figure like in a game like this, I really don't see more than 24 points on
Mm-hmm.
between these. I now some people gonna always throw out the 30s and 40s. That's tough. For that to happen, it's gonna be it's gonna be a lot of things had to go right, but we'll see. But I like Bama State in this game, man. I think Bama State gonna pull it out. So I think that makes that. I don't see the West being settled this weekend. I'm gonna say it like that. So it's gonna be interesting. And Texas Southern, Lob, I know you probably still watching, but man, it's not going to end good for your boys. I don't, I don't, I don't see them scoring very much against TSU this week. It's gonna be. You think they're gonna do that? It's gonna be tough, man. If they you don't want to get a coach fired one week and then ask to fire your coach the next week. That's unprecedented.
Hey, who does Miss Diva represent? Does she represent the FAMU? Or is she a FAMU rattler? Because
I don't
remember
know.
somebody. Remember that lady that got into it with me a few weeks back?
Yeah.
I've been looking for her actually because that sister brought some smoke. So if that's her, please let it be known.
Yeah. Miss Diva, let us know who you represent.
Man, she was bringing it, bro. That lady had me kind of want me to get the stick for a second.
She had you gripping up, huh? but like I was saying,
she UAPB. Okay, cool.
Okay,
cool.
all right.
What's up?
Info.
If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe.
Yeah, make you subscribe. Info. Now since you Pine Bluff and my boy Pine Bluff, even though he ain't here right now, I'm sorry. This season been rough for y'all, man. Maybe next year, but this week, I'm sorry. I hope Coach Hampton get it together next year, man. Honestly, but I don't see it this week. It's been a rough season for him, man. So I think TSU win the game going away, bro. I think TSU gonna score the points, and Pine Bluff might be able to get something going, but I don't know.
I just think they fired McKinney, man. I think he deserved another chance. I really do.
Like I say, man, they've been giving mixed signals, man. So yeah, hey, always be glad if your school ain't got no scandals going on. So hey, live under the limelight. But the last game we got to talk about this week, man, and I feel I want to call it upset in this game, but I'm not because I don't have it in me. But that's the Florida Classic, man. I think Bethune-Cookman gonna come to play.
I'm gonna pick Bethune. I feel like Bethune gonna be the one to play spoiler. I mean, hey, what Woody got to lose? Woody gonna win.
He ain't got nothing to lose.
Turn that visor around. He gonna come out with that soldier. I'm telling you, hey, that dude gonna want that Florida Classic, man. It's gonna be, man. I'm telling you, I got BCU.
I think, like I say, man, I think the Wildcats gonna play hard, man. I think they'll get a Rattlers a game, but I think the Rattlers, as much as a lot of people don't like the hitters, I think that team is focused and they know what they got to do. It's gonna be another one of them FAMU games, bro, where it's like tight, and then they're gonna score a couple points. But I think Bethune-Cookman gonna make it happen. Now, if you know the Florida Classic, anything can happen in that game.
You're right.
Anything can happen in that game. So don't look crazy if it happened, but I don't see it happening. But I'm gonna let you rock with that because I know you rock with Bubba all year, so I guess you rock with Coach Woody this week.
Yeah, I'm riding with Woody, man. For real talk. I think they're gonna get, man. I don't know why, bro. You know how that Florida Classic. Man, even when Bethune had bad teams, they were still find a way to beat FAMU. I mean, Man, if they could get FAMU off rhythm and just make them play to their game, man, I see an upset coming. And even though if FAMU do happen to lose, it still ain't gonna. It
don't change nothing.
It ain't gonna change nothing. They're in the SWAC championship.
It don't change nothing. But and I'm gonna say this from a perspective of a team that plays they rival in the last week, and a lot of y'all feel the same way. You don't want to lose that game even if you know you're going to the championship. You don't want to lose that game because you don't want to ever hear people say, "Well, we beat y'all." Even if you win SWAC, some people still gonna be hollering about we beat y'all. So if you you don't want to hear that. You don't want to hear that because it's coming. But you don't want to hear that. So I think the only thing I think that's gonna be tough is can they turn it back on, because last week they didn't play a lot of guys. They didn't play a lot of guys, and they kind of just got past Lincoln. So can they turn it back on?
What was that score in the Lincoln game? I didn't even pay attention.
28-0.
No. Hold on. Stop. Pause.
They didn't. I think they set a few guys because Musa didn't play at all, and so they kind of scored. They kind of scored early and kind of got out of there. They didn't try to make nothing happen. Hey, we got to save. It looks like we got a save Maynard campaign going on. So I don't know if y'all want to help keep him now, but it's been a long time. It's been a long time. So it's been a long time since that happened.
Donate some turkeys to keep Maynard and him.
Probably, I guess 99. I want to say 99 might have been the most recent time that FAMU and Florida State won a conference championship at the same time. I want to say 99 because I know the Rattlers hadn't won too many.
Yeah. I know. Recently.
No, because Florida State had some down years in the mid 2000s, and when they got back on top, FAMU was kind of going up and down, but.
Maynard didn't sign a 6'8" quarterback. He signed that dang defensive end.
he signed a power forward.
That boy gonna. And I don't think he really 6'8". I think they gave him a little extra height. I think he about 6'5", not 250. Oh yeah, he legit. He a legit 250.
Oh, that's power forward, bro. Filling the SWAC. Oh, shout out to the man that do the dirty work, that was doing the dirty work at TSU basketball, man. Jordan Nicholas, man. G League pickup by the Lakers. That guy can have a nice future in pro basketball, man. He do a lot of the dirty work. Hey, y'all see that? Help me get a blazer, man. If y'all give me a Gucci blazer, I'll wear it. But my suit days is running out.
I bet you could find a Gucci blazer like at a thrift store and stuff like that. Cause they always be having stuff like that.
Hey, they got a Goodwill down the street. I bet a bunch of suits get dropped off there this week. I mean, like I said, I really want to know the temperature of Maynard, man. Is it really super hot, or is it people want it to be hot? That's an interesting question about what his seat looking like. I mean, like I say, man, all things aside, who knows where he gonna end up at? Because I think if he gets another head coaching job, he's gonna have a lot of soul searching to do, because he's gonna have to fix some things about what he does as a coach, because some of that stuff ain't working, and that stuff can't fly everywhere. So he might have to take a step back into in a coordinator role or something like that to get it, to get itself back right, because it did not go the way that it should have, man. Yeah, Valley O-line is very, very rough this season. They having a tough go of it. They trailing 21-7 right now. but this game leads me to a question. If this not on ESPN or nothing like that, why you playing on Thursday? Is something going on at A&M that they can't play on Saturday? Because I'm not playing a Thursday game unless I have to.
That's a great question, because I wonder why they were playing on Thursday. I thought it was on ESPN or something. You know, that's why I thought they were playing on a Thursday night.
Dooley and Johnny Cole, let's make it happen, man. Let's make it happen. Let's make it happen. I like that. I like that. Then Dooley be one step closer to TSU, so I like that, man. Let's make that happen. Hey, I'm starting to Dooley the TSU train, man. I'm starting it. I think the man will do good with y'all team, man. He'll do it. Baton Rouge was too much pressure for him. I think coaching at TSU would be just right for him. Baton Rouge had a little bit too much pressure. I think he'll be good somewhere else with less pressure. He might reinvent himself. We'll see, man.
I can see Dooley like Morehouse, like bringing Morehouse back to relevancy, and then all of them to like dress alike and be clean and everything. That'll be, man, I ain't gonna lie, because you know Morehouse country traditionally they really not known for football, but I can see something like Dooley being plugged into Morehouse, and they'd be probably some winners, man. Honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing it. But he gonna be back in the SWAC doing something, I imagine. I mean, Dooley ain't gonna be gone forever.
He's gonna have to make some, as he said, he's gonna have to make some corrections because the way things went, you just can't do it, man. You got to handle things better. You got to be more upfront. Hey, he'll be right up there. Hey, he'll shoot. I guess he'll shoot back up the highway. But don't think he's not gonna try to bump Coach Hampton out the way when he get up there now. Yeah. But this kind of stuff, man, it really makes it tough. I never, and I think we said this already, but I say it again, man. I never thought when the season started that this would happen. I mean, it would be. I mean, I sit by people who every incomplete pass they want to fire the man, and I'm like, okay, y'all remember the petition earlier in the season, so it finally hit that breaking point, man. And I really do wonder though, because I had heard that they were gonna fire him after the Classic, but the news got out Monday, and so I wonder if that impacted this at all. Because if the news didn't get out Monday, I wonder if they would have waited and did it.
I think they should have fired him after the Classic, because I mean, ain't no use in him. That's if you're gonna fire a coach, man. I guess let him complete the season at least. And then cut him loose. I mean, I think it's deserving to the kids.
But this is my perspective on this, and this is just how I feel. You coach the Classic and you win, you're gonna have people who, because some people, the Classic is all that matter. They don't go to no games. They just care about winning the Classic. You go out there and you win the Classic by a decent margin, they're gonna be like, oh, let him stay. So no, I think you need to head it off at the pass now, man. It's not fair to the kids. I think that I think that's tough for them. But sometimes you gotta do things that's not comfortable. So I think this was the time to do it. Go ahead and do it now. Yeah, and this is a good test to see if Roman Banks is really built for this. I hate to hedge the football program on that, but this is the time for him to show that he built for this. Because if he don't make the hire that he need to make, it's gonna be really rough. And he gonna be next on the block. So I think he gonna. Yeah, I think he's been in the SWAC his whole coaching career. So I think it would be good for him to go somewhere outside of that and kind of, reinvent himself. because I mean, the man been in the SWAC since his college days, and he
Because I
coached in the
wouldn't be
SWAC.
surprised if Dooley could end up like at Benedict. And then he already got a team. Plug him in, because I imagine Chennis Berry's going to be gone.
Yeah, I think I don't know where, but I think it's gonna be tough for them to hold on to him at this off season because he is a hot name and a lot of people bring his name up in a lot of jobs. So I don't know. Grambling women's basketball putting a nice little beating on Arizona State. I think the Pac-12 about to die anyway, but I think they're gonna pull out of that legacy series because the SWAC been getting some wins on them. I think if you're a coach and you know what Southern is, then you understand that you're gonna get the time, but the pressure is immense. Because a lot of times, and I'm gonna be honest, a lot of times the expectation at Southern ain't always realistic, and I think that makes it tough for coaches. You're gonna have to be able to navigate a lot to be the coach at Southern. And I think it's gonna be tough if you're a coach that's looking over your shoulder. So I don't know. Honestly, I think it would be tough for a coach to pass up the job because if you're successful here, you're gonna have a lot of support. But if it go bad, it can get really bad. So I think if you're a coach, I wouldn't leave a great job for this job. But if I was like just trying to test the waters, I would do it and keep me something in my back pocket in case I'll pull a Stump Mitchell, bro. I keep a job in my back pocket so when I leave, I can fall back into it. I think he might benefit from moving to like an assistant at a G5 program or something like that, man, just to kind of get himself, that's I think that's rough because I think at some point you got to get out of the bubble, and that perpetuates that recycling that people say. So I think at some point you got to kind of get out of it. Hey, if he got a F1 a FBS job, assistant job, they make 500, 600K. You know how many ascots and Gucci suits that could buy? Hey man, can we all agree to this? Can we all agree that every person who's played football before is not a good candidate for a head coaching job? I mean, I heard people say names of guys who I'm like, are they even interested in coaching first and foremost?
Right, like Chris Carter and guys like Randy Moss. I'm like, man, them dudes like that. What about Warren Sapp? Like, man, do these boys even really want to coach, man?
Exactly, man. I'm like, it's like, are you going? Hey, his nephew is the quarterback at Southern right now, so it maybe.
Maybe Reed, man, somewhere, man,
and not Southern.
You just need to chill out.
Not Southern, because I'm gonna tell you like this. If y'all think Bethune-Cookman drove that man crazy, Southern go. He'll be cursing at his press conference because Southern is a different animal, man. But yeah, can we leave those celebrities alone, man? If somebody come out and say they want to coach, that's all good. But if somebody sitting at home chilling, bro, don't throw their name in the hat, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to hear nobody say Frank Gore should be the coach at Southern or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Boy, Megan Thee Stallion was a coach. Can you imagine all the young man she would get?
Well, you talking about recruiting? Now that would be recruiting.
That is an area, boy. You going there, boy?
Hey, they trying to build them ultimate teams with bad packs. Now they ain't even trying to spend the money on no packs to build no team. They trying to get that one card and make the rest of it be great behind it. It was fine at first, bro. But I just that's like my one pet peeve about this job being open is that's the first thing that happens, and then when it don't happen, everybody gonna be mad. Like you could hire Nick Saban and people be mad that you ain't hire Ray Lewis. That's how people think. I'm like, that makes no sense. I can hire a solid coach that's been won everywhere he been, or an up and coming coordinator or something, and you mad that I didn't hire a guy who hasn't coached before? And what if he get in and he get to the point where he don't want it no more? Is he gonna just leave? That I've heard a lot of people say this, and I'm gonna echo it, bro. There's only one Deion Sanders.
Right.
You're not gonna get that from everybody else. So if that's what you're looking for, you're not gonna get that, bro. You're not gonna get that at all.
Speaking of Deion Sanders, he catching hell in Colorado. All that ice ought to be melting up there. Man, I think I said about 4-5 games. Yeah, hey, a lot of people talking about bowl. Nah.
They better just win games. Hey, maybe we found out the reason why Alcorn lost on Saturday. Meg was up there. Maybe that will happen. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying, man. People got DUIs and assault cases and all this stuff, and people just looking at their name, man. Like you got to look at your program and what you're bringing into it. And is this person going to be willing to put in the work to build a program? That's one of the things. I don't, like I said, I don't know. Like I said, I try to leave that kind of stuff alone because I'm not a, if you like celebrity coaches, hey, to each your own. But for me, I would rather not. But that press conference was very. Man, I ain't. Well, if I hire Mel Tucker, I got to keep him away from LSU because he gonna get in trouble down there. I ain't really worrying about him at Southern, but he gonna get in trouble down there. So hey, if his case clear up, bro, he probably work for free because he should have enough money for that Michigan State deal. So maybe we'll pass him. Maybe we'll holler at him. Exactly, man. The man got DUIs and all kind of stuff, man. And it's like he's not ready for this. Let him go. I did say that. I said that it might be time to look outside the box. I think you should be open to any candidate that's worthy, man. I think that I'm half joking, but I think they should call Coach O, man. I know he probably don't mind doing nothing. He definitely probably work for free. He got all the money coming in his pocket right now. And he got to leave Baton Rouge. He already in town.
But, I ain't gonna lie, that'll be hype though. I'd just like to see him talking. He's up to Ogeron.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'll be different.
Now if you wanna step outside the box, that's the way I'm gonna go. I ain't worried about no Ed Reed or nothing, man. Y'all bring Coach O on the yard and I'm good. Let me stop, man. Let me stop. But I just got the call, y'all. I got to stop the stream, man. I just got the call. I don't know, man. Maybe she'll say she got something cooking up in the crock pot. I ain't really seen what happened.
Yeah, that crock pot is game changer, boy.
Exactly, boy. It is. Hey, hit that like button for the ascot, man. If y'all do a good reception on it, I might bring it back in the off season. But
Blue crazy. He said a SWAC on these subtitles.
Them press conferences is gonna be even better than the Dooley ones. Yeah, man. Let me do this before I get out of here because I didn't show the team enough love. But shout out to Bama State volleyball, man. They doing their thing out there. Hornets making it happen. And Bama State is a good program when it comes to Olympic sports, man. They are a very good team in a lot of stuff. What's up, Craig? What's going on, man? So food. But we go go ahead and wrap this. Go ahead. What you about to say?
Yeah, we ain't going down that rabbit hole. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, pump the brakes, Lob. Pump the brakes.
It's a family show.
Yes, yes. Like I say, it's something out the crock pot, man. So, so I'm gonna leave it at that. But man, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this thing on up, man. Before I get myself in any more trouble. Hey, this soup getting a little hot, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and get on up out of this thing, man. I appreciate y'all rocking with us, and I see we got a few new people in the house, man. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Y'all keep rocking with us, man. We're gonna be back next week. We'll figure out. I don't know. Thursday of Thanksgiving, so I don't know. How we're gonna handle that. But
Good question.
we might do it Wednesday, or whatever. But we'll make that happen. So y'all, we're gonna have SWAC smoke next week. One day we'll figure it out. But man, keep that fast talking man away from my school, man.
Jimbo had his run, dog.
Hey,
I know it's you, bro.
Like you talking about a coach that'll work for free. All them racks he getting from A&M. Shit. Shit, boy. People think Dooley don't answer questions. Jimbo don't answer no questions. I spent a long time watching Jimbo Fisher do press conferences. So yeah, we're gonna leave that one. We're gonna leave that one alone. But man, we're gonna go ahead and get on up out of here, man. So enjoy my evening meal. And watch a little TV. Y'all make sure y'all
Thanksgiving to all of y'all.
Yes. And happy early Bayou Classic to y'all folk, man. So y'all make sure y'all check out them games this week. Big games. We're gonna be back. We're gonna be back next week. So we're gonna holler at y'all.